10 of The Ordinary's best-selling products, ranked worst to best, using only their own ingredient lists and their own instructions. 2 products people call holy grails don't make the top half. 1 product cancels out half your routine, and The Ordinary admits it on their own site. And the winner costs about $8. Number 10, last place. Vitamin C Suspension 23%, about $6. The word that matters is suspension. Most vitamin C serums dissolve the active into liquid. This one can't. 23% is too much to dissolve, so the acid sits in the base as particles, which is why it feels gritty going on, and L-ascorbic acid oxidizes fast. Clear, then yellow, then brown, usually within weeks of opening. An unstable active at a high concentration that isn't even dissolved. Cheap for a reason. If you want vitamin C from this brand, their Ascorbyl Glucoside is a stable derivative that won't turn brown in your bathroom. Slower, but it survives. 9th. Salicylic Acid 2% Anhydrous, around $6. Anhydrous means no water. This is built on silicones, so it disappears on the skin instantly. Feels lovely. The problem is what silicone does to salicylic acid. Salicylic works by getting down inside an oily pore. Wrap it in a silicone film and it sits on the surface instead, and a lot of acne-prone people find this specific formula makes them break out more, not less. An acne product that clogs some of the people who buy it for acne. If you want salicylic acid without the silicone base, their 2% Anhydrous is the wrong pick, and their Mandelic Acid 10% is the gentler route for congestion. Or use this one strictly as a spot treatment, which is closer to what the instructions actually suggest. 8th. Argireline Solution 10%, $8. And it's sold as needle-free Botox. Botox works by being injected into the muscle. Argireline is a peptide sitting in a serum on top of your skin, and peptides are large molecules. Getting one deep enough to reach a facial muscle through an intact skin barrier in a meaningful amount, that's the part the marketing skips. It won't hurt you. It's just borrowing credibility from a procedure it has almost nothing in common with. If expression lines are the concern, the money is better spent on a retinoid and a sunscreen. Those two have decades of evidence behind them. This has a name that sounds like Botox. 7th. Caffeine Solution 5% with EGCG. $8. And it's their biggest eye product. Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. It tightens surface blood vessels, so it genuinely reduces puffiness for a few hours. That part works, but nobody buys this for puffiness. They buy it for dark circles, and dark circles are almost always pigment, or just thin skin letting blood vessels show through. Caffeine does nothing to either. It solves the problem you didn't have, and if your dark circles are genuinely structural or pigmented, no eye serum at any price is fixing that. Sunscreen and sleep will do more, which is a boring answer nobody wants at $8 a bottle. Now, the 2 products social media treats as untouchable holy grails are up next. Neither one makes the top half of this list, and one of them is the most expensive thing here. 6th. 100% cold-pressed marula oil. About $10, and the first of those 2. Nothing here is bad. It's one ingredient, decently sourced, properly moisturizing. But marula's reputation came from luxury brands charging $80 for it and calling it an African beauty secret. Strip that away, and you have a facial oil with a fatty acid profile broadly similar to several others. The Ordinary sells for less. You're buying a good oil with a great story attached. The oil is real. The story is doing most of the work. Their squalane is cheaper, lighter, and won't oxidize the way a cold-pressed plant oil eventually does. Same job, fewer problems. 5th. Buffet plus copper peptides 1%. Around $30. Easily the priciest thing on this list. And the second holy grail that doesn't make the top half. Here's why. The Ordinary publishes its own conflicts guidance. And it states that direct acids and vitamin C shouldn't be used with peptides or copper peptides in the same routine, because the acids degrade the peptides. Now think about how people actually build an ordinary routine. Glycolic toner, a vitamin C, buffet, all from the same brand, all bought in one order, because if a brand sells them together, they must work together. Nothing on the bottle warns you. You have to go find a separate page on their website. So the most expensive product in this ranking is also the one most likely to be quietly neutralized by the cheaper products sitting next to it. Fourth, retinol 1% in squalane, $8. This is where cheap becomes genuinely risky. 1% is the strongest standard retinol they make. The Ordinary's own guidance says to build up through the lower strengths first, but it costs $8 and sits on the shelf next to the 0.2 and 0.5. So a complete beginner walks in, reasons that stronger equals faster, buys the 1%, uses it 3 nights running, and spends the next fortnight red and peeling, convinced retinol doesn't work for them. The formula is fine. The pricing removes every natural barrier that would normally stop someone starting at the top. If you're new to retinoids, this is not your product. Start with number 2 on this list, 3 nights a week, and move up in 6 months if you actually need to. Most people never need to. Third, Glycolic Acid 7% Toning Solution, $13 for 240 milliliters, which is a genuinely large bottle for that money. 7% is the smart number here. It's high enough to actually resurface and even out texture, and low enough to use 2 or 3 times a week without destroying your barrier, unlike their 30% peel, which is a once-weekly, 10 minutes maximum rinse-it-off situation. The bottle size matters too. Most exfoliating toners this price come in 120 mils. You're getting double. No asterisks, no warnings, no clever marketing. It exfoliates, it's affordable, and it's hard to hurt yourself with. That's a well-made product. One rule though, and it's from their own guidance, don't use it in the same routine as a retinoid or a vitamin C. Alternate nights. Glycolic on one, retinoid on the next. Do that, and this becomes one of the best value products in skincare. Second, Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion, $10. This is the product that should be in the hands of everyone who bought number 4 by mistake. Granactive retinoid is a different molecule from retinol, a retinoid ester, delivered in an emulsion rather than a straight oil. In practice, that means most people can use it several nights a week from the start without the peeling phase, while still getting real texture and tone improvement over months. It's the rare case where the gentler option isn't the weaker option. It's the smarter one. If the Ordinary sold nothing else, this would be the product that justified the brand. Use it at night, after your water-based serums, before any oil or moisturizer. 3 nights a week to start. Number 1, Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5, around $8. Here's why it beats everything above it, and it's the opposite of exciting. It has no conflicts, none. Go through the Ordinary's own layering guidance, and this sits happily beside acids, retinoids, vitamin C, peptides, morning or night, on any skin type including reactive skin. Nothing degrades it. It degrades nothing. Look at what that means against this list. Number 5 gets destroyed by acids. Number 4 burns beginners. Number 10 oxidizes in the bottle. Number 9 breaks some people out. Every one of them arrives with a rule attached. This one just works. It uses several molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, so it hydrates at different depths rather than sitting on the surface, and the added B5 supports the barrier while it does it. And there's a practical reason it wins that nobody mentions. Almost every problem people have with the Ordinary comes from stacking actives: the peeling, the stinging, the breakouts, the products that stop working. This is the one bottle you can add to any routine without thinking about it. And it's often the thing that fixes a routine that's gone wrong, because dehydrated skin from over-exfoliating is the single most common self-inflicted skincare problem there is. Use it on damp skin, not dry. Hyaluronic acid pulls water toward itself, so applying it to a dry face in a dry room can actually pull moisture out of your skin rather than into it. Damp face, then seal it with a moisturizer on top. That one detail is the difference between it working and doing nothing. The best product in a range of 80 is the one with the shortest instructions. That says something about the other 79. So the pattern across all 10 is this. The ordinary makes very few bad products, but it sells complicated products at a price that makes people buy them casually. $8 doesn't feel like a decision. So people grab the strongest retinol, stack 3 things that cancel each other out, and conclude their skin is difficult. When really they just bought a chemistry set with the instructions on a different web page, and the ranking itself makes the point. The product at number 1 has no instructions worth mentioning. The product at number 5 needs you to read a separate conflicts page on their website. The gap between those two is the whole brand. If you own any of these, drop it in the comments, and I'll tell you what it's actually doing in your routine and what it's fighting with. See you in the next one.